Hey, it's Saturday afternoon. Just a bit outside radio show, live on the air, live on Facebook, live on YouTube. Share the link, share the love. Hit that like, subscribe, all the things the content creators say. And as always, you got Mark, you got Keisha. Keisha, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Saturday. It's a beautiful day here in the 410. How are things down there in North Carolina?
It's looking pretty good. I thought I heard some thunder rumbling a little bit ago, but otherwise, like it's been shiny, sunshiny. It was like it got up to 80 the other day, so it's kind of actually pretty warm.
Yeah, beautiful day, right? Beautiful
Yeah.
day. Good stuff. Good things for a Saturday. But, yeah, we got a lot going on. We are fully into the football season with college football and the NFL, and the WNBA playoffs has gotten started, and we're gonna have a good time talking about this stuff today. So let's get things started. Uh, First things first, what's going on around town? Today is they're having a concert down at the War Memorial. I think about a couple of months ago, we talked about the Charm City Live concert series that Mayor Brandon Scott has brought to the city,
Yeah.
and once a month they bring some artists. They've had some pretty good ones. I believe in the past we had, like, gosh, what do we have? Juvenile came, a couple of other rappers, and it's been really nice for the city.
Oh yeah.
Really nice. It's free, and like I said, today it's popping off. It started at 12 noon, so it's going down right now.
Mm.
And today they got a little something for all of the age groups. Man, the lineup is pretty sweet. They got Vivian Green, who was pretty big in the 2000s. For the old heads, you got Jeffrey Osborne. Okay, and also the Dream, who was pretty big in 2000,
Okay.
and for the YNs or the youngins, we got like we got Lucky Day performing, which I'm a big fan of Lucky Day, man, and so today is it's really nice. So if you got some time, after the show, come on down to the War Memorial and party up with the rest of the city, man. It's
Hell
Charm
yeah.
City. Hell yeah, hell yeah. They there's only a few minor rules. Of course, no weapons, no outside food or drink, no recording devices.
No recording
Also, yeah, I don't know how they're gonna police that. You know what I mean?
devices.
And all guests under 16 must be accompanied by a parent, guardian, or chaperone. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, and it says, just so you know, they're not playing. They're standing on business with this. Entry will be denied for anyone who appears to be under 16 without an adult or proof of age.
Wow.
So, yeah, some people might be upset with that rule, but I kind of like that.
Yeah.
It keeps things under control, keeps things safe, and keeps things family friendly. So, like I said, good things going on in the 410. Shout out to Mayor Scott for all that he's done, especially with Parks and Recreation. I know it's probably been hard for him as far as funding and stuff is concerned, but the dude finds a way. And I was talking to my parents about this earlier. Investing back in Parks and Recreation, and investing in these activities and little festivals. The city has been reaping the benefits, man. I mean, I believe that there is a direct correlation between crime with the youth and resources and things that are available,
Yeah.
for them. So, I don't think that it's a coincidence that, the numbers are down as low as they've ever been in a long time this year, because he's really done a lot for the people and for the kids, and it's really a good thing, man. Really a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and I want to reiterate, like, we always say we don't get political here, but we do. But I just want to reiterate,
Yeah.
those numbers are down, so no need to send some National Guard.
Thank you for going there, man. I always count on you for going there because I love when you give that message. I love when you take, you in particular take note into those things because in this guy, here we go getting political, but damn it, I gotta do it. In this day and age, especially in this time right now, where people are being censored from telling the truth, people are being censored from giving their opinions on what they feel. They are clearly, powers that be are clearly trying to control the message, trying to control the perception, and I'm counting on us. I don't count on celebrities and things like that to send messages because we are all together.
Yeah.
Going through this all together. So it's really important to let people know what it really is, because if you don't live here, if you're not here every day, you might not have and I won't say the correct perception, but an accurate perception of what is going on here in Baltimore as well as other cities.
Yep.
So I think that's all we're gonna say about that. One more thing, free Jimmy Kimmel. Man, Christ Almighty.
I thought you were going to say free Jimmy seafood, and I was like, wait, there's free Jimmy seafood? I want to get some.
Nah, free Jimmy Kimmel, man. This is just crazy times that we living in. That's all I'm going to say, man. Crazy times.
Yeah.
However, this is our show. We get to do what we want. That's one of my favorite things to say here. So, we say what we want to say. And let's get into the sports, man. We're still keeping it 4-1-0. Big game for the Ravens. We are now in week 3, and the Ravens are first 3 weeks we've been getting the national stage.
We have.
It's been sweet. We had a nice game, the night game against the Buffalo Bills, and this week we have Monday Night Football. The week concludes with us, so it's the biggest weekly stage of the regular season for football, and Lamar and the gang, they always love turning up under the lights, man. And this week is going to be cool. It's going to be super cool. Generally during primetime games, they do what we like to call here is a blackout game. Mm-hmm. It's when darkness falls, and this Monday is no different. So, if you're going out to the game, make sure you put on your all black and represent for the Ravens, man. Represent for the flock. It's going to be super cool. Of course, they're going to do the light show throughout the game, and then the special light show at halftime.
Yeah.
And this particular go around, they also do like a little concert series for the night games. And this week is super cool and kind of close to home because Good Charlotte will be performing.
Really?
At halftime. Yes,
nice.
Yes. And for those who do not know, Good Charlotte was pretty big back in the 2000s, and they have a lot of roots here in Maryland. So that'll be really nice for everybody attending. I'll be in the building. Look for me out there. I'd love to share a shot with whoever pulls up. And we're going to rock out with some Good Charlotte, man. I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm glad that you mentioned that you were going to be there, because I did notice a Facebook post that you were talking about 2 tickets if anyone needs 2 tickets. So I would assume that you're just helping facilitate someone else getting rid of tickets.
Yeah. Actually, I kind of lucked up because, Jimmy and I, we are PSL owners, and my mom and dad, well, actually my dad is, also a PSL owner.
Yeah.
And he there's something going on with the light rail. I think there was like a huge fire not too long ago here in Baltimore, and the light rail, bottom part of the light rail is shut down. So it's like the light rail only goes but so far. Then you gotta, jump on a bus and to get to the stadium. So, for them, and at that time, that late at night, that's a little bit too much for them.
Yeah.
So, my father, he told me, he was like, listen, if you want to sell your 2 tickets, I'll just give you mine. And, Pops is right there in the end zone. So
Yeah.
me and Jimmy, we're beginners to this game. So, I sold off. It took me less than an hour to sell them 2 tickets, man. So, I sold the tickets, gave the money to my Pops. And, I'll be, like I said, I'll be in the end zone Monday night. So, it's definitely going to be a turn up. So, like I said, look for me. Also, the tailgate is going to be pretty sweet too. I believe they get started on Monday around 6:30. And let's see here. The musical guests for that will be 2 friends. I don't know who they are. I've never really heard of them. And they got a few Ravens players that'll be there, and opening DJ set. A couple of local vendors will be having the food and everything. Some of my favorites, Beer Tacos, they're really good. And the Guest Restaurants is one of my favorite pizza spots. We've talked about this place also several times earlier on with our podcasting. Frank's Pizza and Pasta.
Oh, hell yeah.
Also, the Green Turtle. So, it's going to be super nice. This week's tailgate is going to be super sweet. Shout out to Jana and Jimmy's. And, most definitely will be, swinging through there as well to get my eat on and my drink on to pregame. I mean, it's definitely something that every Ravens fan should experience at least once in their lives, man, because, I mean, they really know how to turn up.
Hell yeah.
They really know how to turn up. Yeah. So, let's talk about this football game, Mark. Like I said, Monday Night Football. We have the Detroit Lions coming to town, and I feel like this is going to be a pretty good game.
Yeah.
Right? Because we have 2 teams that we know have great potential.
Yep.
Right? Great potential. Suffered 2 tough losses, both teams, week 1. Shout out to you, Mark, because I remember week 1, you picked the Packers, I picked the Lions, and Packers came through.
Yep.
They showed out. And, I remember you making a few points that while I was watching the game, I was like, God damn, Mark was really on the money when it came to the Detroit Lions. They looked the F out of sorts that first game. I mean, I was looking at, when I was watching the game, I'm like, I don't even recognize this Lions team. And as you said, during week 1, they have new offensive coordinator, right?
And defensive coordinator.
And I was gonna say, as well as a new defensive coordinator, and you could most definitely tell that they are. I'm gonna say because I'm gonna agree with you, Mark. This is gonna take a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Right? They're trying to find their way. I mean, the defense, I wasn't as disappointed in the defense as I was in the offense.
Yeah.
You got Amon-Ra St. Brown, one of the, best wide receivers in the league. It looks like he is barely utilized. I mean, some of the play calling, it just didn't look like Detroit football. They were able to kind of right the ship the second week, but it was of a lesser opponent. So, I don't think we could really. I'm not going to count week number 2.
Well, week number 2, our opponent was also a lesser opponent. So
yeah, I was going to say we were on the same path, man.
So
the exact same path.
Who's the lesser of the lesser opponents? The Browns or the Bears?
I would have to say the Bears for real.
Really, lesser than the Browns? Oh.
I mean, we beat the crap out of the Browns, right?
They beat the crap out of the Bears.
They did.
Didn't they put up a 50 burger?
I'm not sure. If they put up the 50 burger, then okay, I'll give it to the Bears. I can't remember what that score was.
52-21.
Okay.
Which is scary.
Yeah. The Browns. I'm sorry. The Bears. They're going to have a rough season.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know who's making the decisions there, but it just seems like they just can't get it right. But back to the Ravens, point that you made, Mark. We are on the exact same path. We did pretty well. I felt like we were really well prepared for that Bills game, but things just fell apart in the end.
Yeah.
I think we kind of talked about that a little bit. Geez. Mark, I'm a little bit nervous about this. I'm a little bit nervous about this game. Both teams are coming in at a high point. But, I just really feel as though coaching and preparation has to be on point from top to bottom.
Yeah.
For us to come. I mean, this is not going to, please, guys, it's not going to be a cakewalk. Trust and believe. This is not going to be a cakewalk. Both teams are 1-1. Both teams, yes, it is just week 3, but both teams need this dub.
Yeah, for sure.
They need this dub. So, first things first. Mark, what are your thoughts on this upcoming matchup against the Lions?
I think everything you were just talking about, like they both teams had that tough loss in the first week, big win in the second week. Now I keep thinking back, honestly, like preseason, and we do our fantasy picks or whatever, and I was looking at the whole schedule to see what I thought our reasonable record could be at the end of the season, and I think I did have this as a loss, or as a potential loss.
Okay.
And
okay.
Yeah, I mean, going into the game, we're 4.5 point favorites, which isn't bad at home. Total score, they have 53.5, which I think might end up actually being kind of high. It's a total toss up on this game.
Yeah.
And I almost feel like if I say the Ravens, it'll be because I'm a homer. But it's a tough one. Harry just threw in the chat, Ravens will be without Madubuike on Monday. That's a tough loss on defense.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's big. Yeah. Go ahead.
I think the biggest thing for me is actually, I guess, Derrick Henry. Like, his production was so poor even in that win against the Browns. Like, the Browns were able to nullify him. Thankfully, we were able to get our passing game to do it.
Oh, yeah. Totally on point. On point.
And that Detroit defense, like you said, is not a slouch. So I think that's the thing. We got to make sure we have a nice balanced run and pass. We can't just rely on one side of the ball too much.
Yeah, man. I'm glad that you brought up everything that you just said, because I got a little, some supporting fun facts that will hopefully make you feel a little bit better going into the Monday night's game. I said at the beginning of the show, Ravens love to play under the lights.
They do.
Okay, yes, and under John Harbaugh, the Ravens are 22-3 in primetime games at home. Okay, 5 straight Monday night victories.
Wow.
Now, I mean, there's 2 ways that you can look at this. It can make you even more nervous, or you could be like, we're gonna keep riding that wave.
Yeah.
Now, Mark just made up the points about the passing game. Okay, I want to give you some supporting facts on this as well. Lamar Jackson has thrown for 22 touchdown passes and no interceptions in 9 games as a starter on Monday night.
Wow.
So, that being said, I think it would be really great for us to continue a somewhat pass-dominated offense going into this game because, they were clicking in all cylinders. I want to especially give a shout-out to D-Hop for being, oh, my God. I mean, is he not the freaking ultimate utility player kind of right now?
Yeah.
I mean, this is a guy who does not get a ton of receptions during the game, but when his ass is on that field, his presence is made, and he comes with the production. I mean, he has I believe he has 2 touchdown passes.
Yeah.
2 touchdown receptions.
Yeah.
Both touchdown receptions came at critical times in the game.
Yep.
And the Ravens get out there. I mean, you start watching the game, and me, who knows a whole lot. I mean, y'all know how much I love the Fly. You know how much I love the Ravens. I forget that we even have him.
Right?
I mean, it's like that, because when you can't tell me that both times he caught that touchdown pass, that you were like, oh crap, oh shit, like, I totally forgot about dude.
Yeah.
And they're only going to be able to do this but so many times, because it's almost as if the defenses or the other team forgets that we have him, because both of his catches are like easy and either little to no coverage.
Yeah, just beautiful catches too.
Yeah. I mean, the last one, all he did, it just dropped in, and all he had to do was just turn. I mean, it's great. The passing game is really on point. I always say, let Lamar be Lamar, let Lamar run. That's what gets him pumped and everything like that. Not tonight. I'm gonna go against not Monday night. I'm gonna go against all of that. I mean, the data. Everybody's about the data. Everybody's about the statistics. It's all there in front of you, and I also agree with you as far as the run game. I really think that, in addition to Lamar passing well, one of the key matchups will be the Derrick Henry versus Jahmyr Gibbs run game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Gibbs, he hasn't been, out of the park, but he's been solid the first two games. He has established himself as the man, the running back, the man for the Detroit Lions, and I do believe the Ravens going to kind of have their hands full, on both ends. I mean, we just talked about Manabuke being out. It's going to be tough. Jared, you're out 5 touchdowns last week, dog.
Wow.
I mean, it was just like an extra practice for them.
Right.
And to me, there's no better practice than real game, live game practice.
Exactly.
So, one of our biggest weaknesses is, can we sustain these leads, man? I mean, like, we have a serious problem with dropping leads against worthy, and I'm stress that, worthy opponents, because we didn't do that shit last week.
Yeah.
Against worthy opponents.
Even against unworthy opponents, like, that's how they would lose those games that they shouldn't lose in seasons past, is, they establish a lead in the first half and then they just kind of play time management the second half. It's like, no, keep on scoring. Like, that's how you keep that lead.
Yeah. And not only do you I mean, just Oh gosh, what was it? The last game, I was completely pissed off. I hit you offline. Like, what the hell are they doing? I think it was that 3rd and 6. I'm sorry, 3rd and 16.
Oh yeah.
And they called like I think it might have been like a check down screen play or something like that. And I was like, yo, what the hell are they doing? And then it was like 2 series, like literally 2 series later, we start the drive on the 2-yard line, and Lamar's in freaking he's in the shotgun. I was like, those type of things we have to work out, and we need to take, a different approach. And you guys, I'm telling you, that's all coaching.
Yep.
That is all coaching. If you see something when they are lining up and about to hike that ball, even if you have to burn a timeout to regroup and get things back together, man, you have to be the one to call and be like, hey, man, look, this is a critical point in the game. We can't do this.
Right.
And, that 3rd and 16, to me, that was like, it was tough. It was tough. And, talk about the other side of the ball, when you get these leads, you have to keep the foot on the neck.
Right.
You have to continue to do those jailbreaks. I want to see more man. No zone. Stop playing so softly, man. You can't. Oh my gosh. If they do that again this Monday,
right.
Like, seriously, you can't do it. You can't do it. So, hey, Mark, go ahead.
Sure. I got some knowledge from the professor for you.
Sure.
He says, if the Ravens defense shows up, we will win. Harbaugh just can't be trusted in game management situations. Lamar and Todd Monken just need to keep the foot on the gas. Henry, Likely, and Andrews need to contribute. And
I got some feelings about that.
Yeah, well, I like that Likely's back. I love Likely, but I am kind of surprised they're going to play him, because I thought Taco was like 3 or 4 weeks at least. And but you look at the betting apps, he's on there as like for the prop bets, so I guess he's good to go. But yeah.
And you know what? That could change between now and tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true too.
You know how coaches like to do Jedi mind tricks when it comes to them injuries.
Yeah.
But Harry made a very interesting comment in reference to Mark Andrews, and this was another one of the calls that just drove me nuts. And this is over the first 2 weeks. Okay.
Yeah.
And okay, y'all might get mad at me for saying this, but damn it, I'm gonna stand on business. And I think I said something to you about this too. In the clutch, okay, in key moments of the game, we should not be going to Mark Andrews. I'm sorry. I feel like we have so many other options, and I think, wasn't it one in the end zone? We threw to Mark Andrews and he dropped the ball.
Yeah.
If you are okay, and I'll even modify it a little bit. You can't use him like they were using D-Hop. He needs to have a little bit more involvement before you go to him in those type of situations, I feel like.
I mean, Andrews, of course, he has that reputation because he has been that guy in the past.
Yeah.
But let me give you this. It's 2025, week 3, right?
Sure.
Through the first 2 weeks,
he
has 4 targets and 2 receptions. What's that tell you?
I mean, there you have it. There you have it. I will say I am happy to see Likely back, because I mean that was one of the things that, you know, when it did come to the offense, because I don't have many complaints with the actual performance, you know, of our players, but you know, there were at least 2 times during week 1 and week 2 I was like, God damn, I can't wait till we get Likely back.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, to me, it would, you know, he is like the last piece to make, you know, this passing game, like, it could be legit number 1 in the NFL.
Right. Yeah.
It really could. It really could. So as we round out this Ravens discussion, Mark, if you don't mind, if you could repeat those odds to me, because I don't have them in front of me right now, so we can make some picks, official picks.
Let me get back there. I know the over-under is like 53.5.
53.5. Oh. You know, I think you said a little bit earlier that you think that might be a little bit high.
Yeah.
You know, at first glance, at first listen, I would say, yeah, that's a whole hell of a lot of points, you know, for our defense, who seemed to like really turn it up a notch last week, right? But given the Ravens' history, given the Ravens' personality, you can't throw out that 21 points could be scored in the last 10 minutes of the game. You know, or 24, 27, who knows? You know what I mean? Right. Like, you can't throw that out. You can't throw that out, man. I think that's actually going to be very close. I feel like that the score will hover, the final score will hover around between the total points of 52 to 54. So you going with the under on that one?
Yeah, I like the under. I mean, I'm not going to say like that's, you know, a lock or anything. Like,
yeah. This one definitely is not a lock.
No,
definitely not a lock.
I don't think either team will get above 30, but if it's like, I don't know, 27, 24, that's 51 points right there. And then another field goal, it's over that 53.5. So yeah, that's a close one.
It is. I'm gonna and again, we are stressing this is not one of our easy money picks, because this is actually one of those ones that I'm like, geez, Vegas is on the money with this. I'm just gonna go with the over on this. I do think that there's going to be a lot of excitement and heroics in that fourth quarter of the game, and God forbid that it's close.
Right.
You know, we definitely lined up for some fireworks at the 410, you know, at the bank. So, yeah. So you know, we're on opposite sides of the ball, per se, or opposite sides of the odds for that one. And again, we are stressing that this is not an easy money pick. Honestly, if you want to go for sure money, stay the hell away from the total.
Well, I don't think the spread will give you any more comfort then. Spread is.
And you said what the spread?
4.5.
Hell no. You know, as much as I love the Ravens, listen, y'all. If you want to go with sure money, you better take the Ravens on the spread, because I do think we'll pull the dub. But I mean, I'm take the Ravens on the money, but that spread.
Yeah.
I gotta say it, man. Detroit Lions. I mean, it would be kind of crazy, kind of insane for them to win by more than a field goal.
Right. Yeah.
I'm legit thinking 3 points and under.
Exactly. That's where I am.
All right. I love it. So we're on the same page about that.
Since there's no easy money picks out of this game, do you have any easy money picks for the week?
Ooh, okay. So, you know, I was looking at the lineup. I'm scrolling right now. This season is really cool, because we've had so many people move around and so many personnel changes.
Yeah.
it's who would have thought that the Colts would be 2-0 and like legit whooping ass,
Right.
right? Okay. What's another one that is pretty good? I mean, the Rams 2-0 strong.
Yep. That's gonna be a good game.
Yeah. Another one. The Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield has put in a very strong showing as well. They had that come from behind victory in week 2. It was fantastic. And to me, the Bucs, they really don't have a whole lot of star marquee players.
Right.
On their team right now. I mean, they're doing it with a lot of blue collar players. Another one that we need to take notice of is the Arizona Cardinals, dog.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, things have been. I mean, yeah, it's early on and everything, but there's a bit of a shakeup. There's a bit of a shakeup. But all right, so easy money picks. Jeez, you guys. This might be the first time ever on the show that, I'm looking at these odds. I mean, all of them are tough.
I got 2 I want to throw out at you, okay? See if you agree.
All right, let's see if I agree. Okay.
Well, one you just mentioned, and I'm going to say go on the money line, not spread or anything, but straight up on the money line.
Mm-hmm.
Cardinals over in 49ers.
Woo! You feeling that one?
I mean, Brock Purdy's out. He got that turf toe
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Kyler's gonna stomp a mud hole in that ass. Okay, I do. I like that. And as a matter of fact, yeah, that's the easy money pick.
All right,
we're gonna lock that one in. Arizona Cardinals on the money.
I got a second one for you. Okay.
Okay.
Green Bay on the spread, 7.5 over Cleveland.
That is ballsy as F. Okay. That game is, I have that one kind of circled as a red flag trap game.
Really?
Yes. Now, and let me just tell you why. Okay. Green Bay has been doing fantastic.
Yep.
Okay. 2 pretty convincing wins. Okay. So naturally everybody will go into this thing thinking that, Love and again, they're just gonna walk through this joint. Right?
Okay.
Myles Garrett is still a man,
He is.
And they went up against, to me, if not the number 1 offensive team, then top 3, at least number 2 offense. But they still were able to make some impacts at key times.
Yeah.
Love is still, I mean, he's still growing and maturing. Gosh, we start creeping towards them double digits. I get scared, man. But, I'm going to tell y'all, I'm a risk taker, and, I like Mark's guts on the pick. That one, I think I'm going to stay away from because, Joe Flacco has a tendency to show out. Every time you write him off and say, man, he is just washed.
Right.
He has one of those games that just keeps him alive in the NFL. That's why he's playing right now.
Exactly.
And they are at home. That's another one too, man. But let me just tell you the ones that I am looking at. I like this Falcons-Panthers game.
Okay.
All right, they got Atlanta at 5.5. If you want to dumb it down a little bit, you guys, I fully believe that they could win by 3 or 4 points easy. If you want to take it down to 3.5 points, Michael Penix, this last game, he looked really good. He looked really good, and you know what? The Panthers just don't look good.
Right.
At all. So, I think they will be able to win that pretty handedly.
Yep.
The second one, I am a little bit surprised with this. You look at this Cowboys Bears line.
No, what is
Dallas -1.5.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
I like that as well. I would take Dallas on a spread. Total points are 49.5. That has the potential to be a scoring extravaganza. Bears got tough task ahead of them. You just get the crap beat out of you last week.
Yeah.
You let people score 51 points on you. Watching Dallas's last two games, Dallas had a come from behind great victory last week. Dak's throwing the ball pretty well. I do. I like Dallas in that 1.5 points. I'm kind of shocked. I might have to take a look at the injury report. There might be some factors in there to get it down that low. But I like Dallas to win that game by at least 3 points.
Huh. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I love. Jeez, I do. I love your Cardinals pick. I'm just scrolling down,
there's one more I'll ask you about.
Is it Sunday Night Football?
No.
Oh, okay. I want to talk about that one too.
Okay, no.
Which one is it?
There's another 7.5 point spread that I'm kind of iffy on.
Okay.
The Seahawks hosting.
Stay away from that shit. Stay away, people. Stay away. I am telling you right now. I have that one with a big old red flag. Stay away from that game.
Even as bad as the Saints are?
Yeah, Saints look terrible, but you know what, man? The Seahawks got a lot that they need to figure out too.
Yeah.
They had a pretty convincing win last week, and I even believe last week they were underdogs. But yeah, I looked at that line and my stomach flipped a little bit. So I'm gonna listen to my gut. That is a big red flag game for me. But let's talk about one more, and that's Sunday Night Football. Okay. Also, another slightly high spread: Kansas City Chiefs versus the New York Giants. KC -6.5. Yeah. Russell Wilson kind of did the damn thing, last week. Even though they got the L, and who would have thought the Kansas City Chiefs would start off dropping their first two games?
Right. No one.
Do you think they can cover that 6.5 points? You think they can win this game by a touchdown in New York?
I mean, Kansas City the last 5 years, hell yeah, they'll probably cover it by 30 points. But is the Kansas City the last 2 weeks just an anomaly and they're going to right the ship? Or is there something actually wrong that they are legitimately 0-2? That's a tough call, man. I think I would actually stick to a money line on that and not even pick it to spread.
Yeah, I think that would be very smart of you. And it's very smart of you, outsiders. You know what? I'm making some notes here right now, so we can kind of revisit this topic, because I do think it's pretty interesting. So we got the KC game, we got the New Orleans game, and what was that other game that we just talked about?
KC.
The other 7.5 one was Packers and Browns.
Packers and Browns, yeah.
Green Bay and Cleveland. All right. Yeah. Okay. So, those are our sort of kind of easy money picks for this week. I do think that this week is going to be very exciting. I mean, last week was exciting. Games were good. Games were good. And I think we're in for another treat this week as well. Okay, so that's it for the old gridiron. Let's take it to the hardwood in the final minutes that we do have with you all. Yo, we are it. Yes, Lord. We are already locked in, dog. We are already locked in. Man, the WNBA postseason has been lit. And as they say in the W, dubs are in the chat. Okay? Man, we had a semifinals setup of, believe it or not, how in the holy hell, Indiana Fever and the Las Vegas Aces. And we have the Phoenix Mercury and the Minnesota Lynx. Dog, I have to give all props. I mean, and tip of my hat, I'm twerking, I'm doing everything for the Indiana Fever and the Phoenix Mercury, dude. I was shocked.
Who had the better game 3 too? Because both of those games
were
so amazing.
I mean, dog, was it not shocking and like super unexpected? Like, you know, well, let me ask you, who are you more surprised with the advancement? With the Fever or the Mercury? And it's tough. Tough call.
It's tough. I think I'd actually go Mercury because I don't think Mercury would be...
Me too, yo! Yes, you are 100% on point with it.
They were expected to make the playoffs, so to see them where they are now and how they handled Liberty last night, oh, man.
Dude! Yo, they were... one of my favorite things when watching sports is watching players stunned on the sideline, or watching players, you know, they get those little quick shots of people where they're just like in utter disbelief of what the hell is going on right now, man. And you know, when everything was all said and done, gosh, I was just, all I could say was wow.
Yeah.
For the Phoenix Mercury.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my God. And you know what? My pockets were thanking me because I almost jumped out on a ledge and took the damn Liberty on the money. And I said, you know what? Just watch it for fun.
Really? Oh,
thank
man.
freaking God. I mean, because, you know, sometimes we kind of get, I don't know what the word is, but you get settled with a certain team and you're like, oh, we already know, you know, they're going to go out there and just get it done. And that was the attitude that I took, and it was completely clearly disrespectful to the Phoenix Mercury.
Yeah, and what was it? Second quarter, they had built up 11-point lead or something like that.
Yeah.
And shout out to the Liberty because they've got it. You know, was it by the end of the half that they got that lead back?
Yeah.
But damn, what a game, man! Like I was.
Yeah.
And. Yeah, looking at the Fever and the Dream game 3.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to say I lost respect for the Dream because I mean that was a scrappy team.
Yes, it was. But, it was. I expected more of them too. To be honest with you,
I almost want to call them like crybabies because I don't know if you remember. There's there was a really physical game there, and at one point I forget who it was, like curly blonde hair. She kind of like went face first into the floor and like raised her hands up. She was like, you know, aren't they going to call a foul? A foul. You could tell she expected it. And then on replay, you could tell like she just threw herself down.
Yeah.
Face first hard into that floor.
Yeah.
And it's like they're just...
That's what you call desperation mode.
Yeah, right? It was just like, wow. The Dream is just like, they're unhinged.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, seriously, that particular round of the WNBA playoffs was just so fantastic. I mean, we had game winners. We had it all.
Yeah.
Man, we had it all. I mean, we had, you know, insane streaks that are still going, which brings us, you know, back to the current matchups. Indiana versus Las Vegas. Las Vegas is currently, I believe, on a 16-game winning streak.
Wow.
Are they going to be able to run the board to get to the finals? That is a legitimate question. I mean, and, Aja is playing just, man, she totally deserves to be in the runnings yet again for another MVP. Okay? Totally. And if they continue this pace of play, man, they could really do something. They could really do something. They can make a mark.
Oh yeah.
The first game is in Las Vegas, right? And I'm going to go with the Aces.
Okay.
Game one. They're just. I really thought. Oh, you know what? I do have to back up. Because I just remembered, and my pockets had to remind me. That second game, game two, against the Seattle Storm, they took a dub. I mean,
Okay.
they took an L. They took an L. But I still think they have a home streak going. It's not as high as 16, but they can still have a pretty strong home streak going, because that loss that they took against Seattle, they were in Seattle, and I remember because I took Seattle plus 5.5, because I was like, at some point they are going to have to drop a game, and I wanted, me, I wanted them to drop a game.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about having streaks going into the finals. I don't like that shit at all. You know how I feel about that.
Oh, yeah.
So they're going to be defending this home streak. I'm going to continue to rock with the Aces, and I do believe that they will come out on top for this series.
Okay. Yeah. That first
Okay.
game, the Aces are 8.5 point favorites, so that kind of tells you there.
I'd stay away from that one. Maybe if you want to dumb it down to like 2 or 3 points, they do have that win streak going. I think that this second game will be the funner, or if that's even a word, game between the two, against the Phoenix Mercury and the Minnesota Lynx. To me, these are two scrappy blue-collar teams that match up really well against each other. The odds don't necessarily reflect that, okay? Because you got Minnesota Lynx minus 7.5, over under 158.5. I kind of like the under on that. Because I think that there will be a lot of defense played in this game. But, listen, you guys, do not count the Phoenix Mercury out. Okay? They are battle tested. And if you think that they are going into this game not thinking that they can beat anybody that's left, you're out of your mind.
Right.
Okay? They got an absolute shot to the veins by beating the New York Liberty. Okay? They running off the adrenaline, the mojo, the whole nine. I kind of want to say take Phoenix Mercury in the points. So
Okay.
I think it will be. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any stretch. At some point, I think more likely than not, the Aces are going to get humbled at some point. And I'm not saying humbled as in losing a series, but they will lose. I'm sorry. The Minnesota Lynx, they will be humbled.
Okay.
They will be humbled in this series. There will be one game where they take a step back and be like, oh, we gotta tighten up against these girls. Okay.
That's one of those like 80 to 60 poundings, huh?
Yeah. Hell yeah. And I think it was It was that last game where they had the game winner in the final seconds of the game. They barely, it was 75-74. Remember that? Because I believe Courtney Williams scored the last bucket for them. Big shout out to the Golden State Valkyrie.
Yeah.
You know, that second game they put up a hell of a fight. They also had the Coach of the Year. You know, they did damn good in their first, season as the new franchise of the W. Yep. They did damn well. So, I'm sure that the Phoenix Mercury are ready for the challenge, and I do think that they'll be able to get a little closer. They'll be able to get within 7 points, dealing with the Minnesota Lynx.
Okay.
Ultimately, I do think that this is going to end up being the Aces and the Lynx in the finals. I would love to see it because you've got, two potential MVPs, two defensive players of the year, with Nafisa and Wilson and, just all of the supporting cast on both sides. Oh, man, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. We just gotta get there, get through this round, these semifinals.
The professor's right there with you. Aces and Lynx for the chip. He has the Aces sweeping the Fever and the Lynx beating the Mercury 3-1.
Damn.
I kind of want to see
Aces sweeping the Fever. Oof.
I kind of want to see those both go the distance, though. Just give the Mercury and the Fever a little burn.
Yeah, we want to keep the excitement going too, right?
Right, exactly.
Hell yeah. Okay, so that's it for the girls. Before we check out for the afternoon or the early evening, do we have any real on wrestling or any other announcements you'd like to make?
Oh
today?
Boy, do we!
Yes, let's do it.
Today is September 20th. As we all know, the new ESPN app or whatever dropped on August 21st. They upgraded the ESPN Plus to now it's just ESPN, but there's Premier level or whatever, blah blah blah. Long story short, with the highest tier, you get the all the stuff that they offer, and as we know, WWE they're not ended, but they still had their partnership with Peacock, but now all of their main PLEs, pay-per-views, whatever you want to call them, are going to be on the ESPN app, and that starts today with WrestlePalooza.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and just to take that a little bit to the hardwood, that's in Gainbridge Fieldhouse there in Indianapolis, and starting at 3:00, about a half hour ago on the ESPN app, they have a Road to WrestlePalooza special, and Tyrese Halliburton's one of the panelists.
Oh yeah, they got my man Holly out there.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this, Mark: is that on ESPN Plus or?
Well, ESPN Plus is no longer really around. It's just the ESPN app now, but
right.
The ESPN Plus transitioned to the basic tier, and then you have to get the premium tier to get all the extras.
Yeah. I was going to say, I recently did an update, and it's still taking me a little bit to kind of get used to the new look, because, I'm a streamer. And I did not realize that they kind of, meshed everything together. I do know that margin, you got to navigate that left margin, a little differently than normal. Okay, all right.
Crazy too is they have it integrated to the ESPN app on your phone, because now whenever I have the ESPN app on the phone and on the TV, it's the phone's ESPN app detected. Do you want to? There's stuff you can view on the app on your phone integrated with the TV. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. Good things. Good things for wrestling.
Yeah. WrestlePalooza starts 3:00 was that Road. 5:00 is the pre-show, and I think 6 or 7 p.m. is the main card. Gonna be awesome.
All right, so we'll be getting an update from all of that fun next week. Looking forward to it. All right, is that a wrap for today?
That's a wrap.
All right, outsiders, you know how we end this show. Spread love, yo. It's a beautiful day here, as well as down in North Carolina. So I'm just gonna say it's mostly beautiful, around on the East Coast. So get outside, get some sun. I said the spread love thing. Thank you for tuning in with us tonight. Go Ravens, go Fly. Please, Jesus, don't let me down. And as always, I'm Keisha, and on the other end of the line is my favorite slice of pizza, Mark, and we are just a bit outside. Peace, peace.